How's it going? I'm Jake Smock with the Gateway Junior Tour, and I'm going to teach you a little bit about cart path relief, alright? As you guys can see here, I have this cart path right here. My ball is on the right side of the path, alright? I have a 56-degree wedge right here because I'm going to actually hit over these trees. Now, right here, the proper ruling is, my ball is right there on the path. Right here is the nearest point of relief from my feet from the path, alright? What I'm going to do is I'm going to place the tee right here. Club that I'm going to be using is a 56-degree wedge. Kneel a little closer to the hole, alright? I'm going to come out at a straight line like that because the hole is right over here, alright? I'm going to place another tee right here at the head of the club, just like that. Alright, if you guys can see, I've got two blue tees right here, alright? Taking this beautiful Strixon Z-Star ball that we have here, provided from Strixon. Thank you, Rep. I'm gonna drop this ball from the shoulder right here, behind the two blue tees, no closer to the hole, okay? From right here. Alright, that ball is in play, alright? Now I'll be ready to go ahead and hit my shot. Now, what would happen if I drop the ball in front of the tees like that, and it bounces close to the hole? I'd have to re-drop, okay? Now say if this is a down slope right here, alright? And I drop right here, and let's say my ball rolls out to right there, alright? Now the proper ruling is I have to do this. One club, two. That ball is good to hit, okay? Because it is behind the two tees and it did not go farther than two clubs, alright? Now let's say if that ball was right there, I'd have to re-drop, okay? Since it's farther than two clubs. I'm Jake Smock, and that's how to take proper relief from a cart path. Thank you. How we doing, Gateway fans? This is Jake Smock talking about some free relief tips, okay? Here I have this cart post right here where carts enter the fairway. Say that I cannot move this little post here, and I'm going to take free relief from this, okay? Now, in this situation, I have to take free relief from the swing and from the stance, alright? Right here is good, so no close to the hole. So what I've got here is one club that I'm going to be using. Is a 56 degree because we're going to that green right there. Take a tee right here, tee right there. Okay. I'm going to drop behind these two tees, just like the cart path would. Okay. That ball is in front of those two tees, so I'm going to re-drop. That ball is in play. Swing easy, Gateway fans. Hello, Gateway fans. This is Jake Smock. I'm going to tell you about a little about yellow hazard relief. Alright, with the yellow hazards, you got three options. Okay. Me and Victor are playing. I just hit it into the yellow hazard, just a 285-yard hole. I tried to go for it, but let's just say I pulled it a little bit. So now I'm going to take a little relief. So the ball entered at this point right here with this yellow stick. That right here, you get your three options. You can replay your previous shot. You can go back on that line, alright? And or you can play it as lies, which obviously you can't play it as lies because it's in the so what I'm going to do is, my best relief is, I'm going to take it back on that line that entered, and that flag, I'm going to take it back on that line. I'm going to take a good little patch of grass right here. This is what I like right here. Drop from the shoulder. That ball is in play. That's a good lie too, so I'm hopefully not going to hit a really good shot here. So that's how you take relief from a yellow hazard. Peace out. How's it going? I'm Jake Smock. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about OB, alright? We have two OB stakes right here, one behind the camera right here, and one right here, alright? Defining this line of OB, okay? We have a ball right here, this Strixon. This ball is right on the line. As I'm getting right behind it, I can actually see a few dimples of that golf ball on the course side. This right here is determining the OB side. This right here is determining the course side, alright? Now I've got that much of the golf ball sticking out on the course side right here, alright? So there's no painted white line, but I've got the entire group right here, and they've confirmed, they've agreed with me that the ball is on the course side. This ball is good to go and good to hit. Now let's say, for example, if that ball is right on the line, alright, and there is, I'm talking just not even anything with the ball on it. It's like there's a painted white line here, and you can actually see paint right here on this side and paint right here on this side, on the course side and on the OB side. That ball is termed as OB, okay, because there is white paint on this course side. That's a little about OB, and I hope you guys are learning a little bit about these rulings. Thank you. How's it going, Gateway fans? This is Jake Smart, going to talk about an unplayable lie, okay? As you can see, my ball is entered right here on this little tree right here on this root, and I do not want to mess up my club, so I'm going to take a penalty stroke for a unplayable lie, okay? What I have here is my driver, alright? When you are taking relief and you are taking a stroke, you can use any club you want in your bag, okay? If you are taking free relief without a penalty, you have to use the club that you were going to be using, and that's going to be one club, okay? Now right here, I get two clubs because I'm going to be taking a penalty stroke, alright? So an unplayable lie, from that point right there, I'm going to take a tee. From that point, we're going to that green right there, okay? I'm going to go no closer to the hole. There's one club, and here's two clubs, alright? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop behind those two blue tees, no closer to the hole, alright? I like this spot right here. That ball right there, I have to re-drop because it's more than two clubs, okay? That ball is in play, Gateway fans. This is ready to hit. That's how I take That's how I take relief from a unplayable lie. Thank you. How's it going, Gateway fans? This is Jake Smock. We're going to talk about some mandatory ground under repair. Right here we got decorative planting around the course. As you can see, this is mulch right here, and the course does not want us playing out of it. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to demonstrate how to take proper relief from mandatory ground under repair, alright? So right here, as you can see, this is our nearest point of relief, right here, from stance and everything. So what I've got here, I've got my two tees, alright? Take one club here, boom, boom. The club that I'm going to be using is a 56-degree wedge, so I've got one club right there, alright? That is no closer to the hole, and it is right here. So what I'm going to have to drop is behind his two tees, alright? Alright, that ball is in play, and it is ready to hit. Thank you, Gateway fans. What's up, Gateway fans? This is Jake Smock. Talk to you about a little bit about red hazard, alright? It's a lateral hazard. You got 5 options. Here I've hit my tee shot off the tee into the hazard. The ball is down into the hazard a little bit, and I don't think I can hit over this bridge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take relief from it. This little red hazard here, it's a little bitty, you can see just a faint little red line. It starts right there, alright? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my tee. I'm going to place the tee at the point of entry, alright? And I'm going to take 2 clubs from that. 1 and 2. Boom. Pick up my ball. I'm going to drop in between these 2 tees right here so I can get a clear shot over that bridge. And that is how to properly drop from a red hazard. I'm going to go over these options with you. On a red hazard, you got 5 options, okay? One option is, right here, you can always play your shot, alright? Right there, I could have played it, okay? That is one option, okay? 2, this option that I just did, the 2 club relief, alright? Your third option is, alright, you can take it back on that line that it entered, the same with the yellow hazard. It's 3. If all of this right here was red hazard and there was a ditch going that way and it was going to be no closer to a hole, I could have gone on the opposite side of the hazard to take that drop, okay? Or I can
This is Victor Soa, and I'm going to show you now most of the penalties that you are going to see on the putting green. The most important one, and the most common one, like I mentioned before, it will be marking the ball on one side and then placing the ball in a different spot. Okay, if I do that, that's going to be a 2 penalty stroke. Again, most of the penalties that you will receive on the putting green will be 2 penalty strokes, and that's one of them. The other most important and most common rule that you will see is when somebody do not mark the ball, okay? And I'm ready to hit my putt, and I think that I'm not gonna hit that ball. That's why it is really important to mark all the balls on the putting surface. And I go there, and I hit that ball. Let's see if I can hit it. There you go. Actually, that'll be a 2 penalty stroke. Not for this player, for the pink player. It's gonna be for me, because the player is the one responsible of making sure that there's nothing on his way. Another penalty that you will face, it's when you're playing, sometimes people leave the flag stick behind the hole. Again, if you're making the putt and actually you hit that, that's a 2 penalty stroke too. You're not supposed to hit any balls on the putting surface, any flag sticks, any equipment. Pretty much you're not allowed to hit anything, sorry. Some things that you can hit, if you didn't see those, will be what I covered before about the loose impediments, like rocks, those branches, leaves. Yeah, if I hit that while I'm making the putt, if I hit that and the ball moves, there's no penalty. That's not something man-made. Alright, one penalty that is, again, really common, it's, let me go there, see if you can see this. Okay, let's say that I'm playing, and somebody that's playing with me has a similar stroke from that place. He goes there, he marks the ball, that's fine, okay, but right now he's standing directly behind while I'm actually hitting the ball, or actually directly in front. Pretty much that's going to be taking advantage, because he's going to be able to see the line and how the ball is going to break, and that's again a 2 penalty stroke. You're not allowed to do that. So guys, like whenever somebody's putting, make sure to not be in front of or behind, directly behind that person. Let's move a little bit. You'll be fine. Let's see what else we should cover for the penalties. Right? Okay. Remember what I told you before about taking all the loose impediments? There's no penalty. That's fine. But let's say that a player, if the ball is in motion, okay, and I'm about to hit, and I realize that there is a tree right there, and while the ball is in motion, I take that out, so I don't hit this. Again, that's a penalty stroke. You have to make sure that all the impediments the loose impediments that you see on the putting green are out of the way. Pretty much, those are the most important rules in the putting green that you will face on a normal day. Thank you very much. This is Victor Sola. Have fun.
Hi, I'm Earl Gerlach with the Gateway Junior Tour. We're doing a little rules seminar video. The first thing I want to say about the rules, the best way to learn them, honestly, is to go out on the golf course and experience the rules and experience the different situations that you find while you're actually playing. Go out, play with your mom or dad on the weekends, go out, play with your friends, take the rule book with you. And if you guys have any questions, make sure you're looking up the different rules and the way that it's played. It'll help you so much to learn the rules instead of just tediously looking through the book and trying to figure it out that way. So make sure you guys actually have some real world situation out there. A couple quick things I want to say. 14 club rule. Guys, make sure that you only have 14 golf clubs in your bag. We've seen it on the professional tour. A caddy will slip an extra driver in there. It's 2 strokes for every hole that you play, with a maximum of 4 strokes. So make sure that you guys only have 14 clubs before you start. The next thing is guys, we always want to make sure that you guys get to the tee 10 minutes early. If you are between 0 and 5 minutes late, it is a 2-stroke penalty, and if you're beyond 5 minutes late, it is disqualification. So always make sure that you guys get to the tee within plenty of time, so that you guys could maybe even go and hit a couple extra putts or something like that, because we don't want to have to disqualify you for the simple things. So just make sure that you're getting to the tee nice and early. Other than that, guys, the next thing that we're going to talk about here in just a couple seconds is the teeing ground. So I'm going to give you a little information. Kendra, let's go. Whew. All right. Well, we got a couple other things. The first thing I want to talk about is pace of play. It's an issue that everyone has. In fact, we just watched the British Open, the 2013 British Open, and we had a bunch of groups on the clock. And in fact, one of the players even got a penalty. So if we come up to you guys, first we'll give you a warning. We'll say, listen, you're falling a little bit behind. The next thing we'll do is we'll come up to you and say, listen, you guys are still behind. We're going to put you on the clock. What that means is you guys will have 40 seconds to hit each golf shot. If you have one bad time, one time over 40 seconds, it will be a 1-shot penalty. Your next time over 40 seconds while you guys are still on the clock will be a 2-stroke penalty. And if you have another bad time after that, it will be disqualification. So guys, make sure that you're keeping up with the group in front of you, and we won't have any issues with that. The next thing I want to talk about is kind of a big issue, is hitting provisional golf balls. If there's any question whether or not your ball is in play, as far as being in bounds, make sure you hit another one. So claim your provisional. Say I'm hitting a Titleist 2 with a red line. The first one was a Titleist 1 with a red line. Make sure you identify the second one versus the first one, so there won't be any question which one is which. And then hit your provisional golf ball. That'll save us a lot of time, and if we have to bring you back, and it'll save you a lot of time too, so you don't have to walk back. Hopefully you'll just find that first one, but it does happen that we lose the first, we lose those golf balls. So the next thing I want to talk about is the teeing area. First and foremost, the teeing area is defined as between the tee markers, and you get 2 club lengths back. So 1, 2. So anywhere in this basically this invisible box, that is the teeing area. Any golf shot where your ball is teed up within this area would be a legal tee shot. Now, if I'm teed up on the outside of the tee box, this would be basically like teeing from the wrong area, okay? So you have to make sure you're inside this. So let's say, for example, I hit this golf shot and my friends say, listen, you were outside of the teeing area, that's an illegal stroke. Basically what you'll do is you'll take a 2-stroke penalty, okay? And then you have to come back to the tee and then play it again. So you'd be hitting 3 from the tee. So 2-stroke penalty, you'd be playing 3 from the tee. So that's the next thing. So another thing, let's say for example I'm setting up to my golf shot and I'm taking my waggles and I accidentally hit my ball off the tee like that. Is that a penalty? No, it's not. If you are not making an effort to hit the golf ball, so if you accidentally hit it off, you can just put it back on the tee and just play it from there. It's no big deal. The same would be for like the wind. If like the wind blew your ball off or something like that, if you're not making a stroke at the golf ball, then you can just replace it on the tee. The very next thing is swinging and missing, okay? So I know that you guys aren't going to do this too much, but it does happen, okay? So if I'm taking my swing, or if I'm taking my waggles, and then I swing and I miss, if I swing and I miss, you have to make sure that you leave the ball there, okay? So you have to play it from there, because you've made an effort to hit the golf ball, and even though you didn't hit it, it still counts as a stroke, and you must, now this ball is in play, so you must play it from where it is. Other than that, guys, I think that pretty much covers the teeing ground area. So I hope that you guys enjoyed our nice little video here, and I'm Earl Gerlach from the Gateway Junior Tour. Swing easy.
Hey, registration. Do you know if Jake Smart has checked in for you?
Yes, he has. Don't forget to check
All right.
in.
Thank you very much.